Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another show, Slingin Dirt Down Under. Tonight on the show, as always, is our one of the best commentators in Tasmania, if not Australia. He does an awesome job, Mr. Alan Rourke. Welcome, Rourke.
Mate, how much money do I owe you now?
You don't pay your invoices anyway, mate, or answer your email. So I've got two hopes to get any money, that's for sure.
No, you got three hopes.
Three hopes.
Bobo, Buckley's and none.
Yeah, that's it, mate. You still sound a bit rattly in the old chest, mate. We getting over the wog.
No, just a rattly throat. Yeah. We get commentators' throat by the end of the day. I was quite a bit snuffly on Saturday night.
Yeah.
Bit of a head cold Sunday, but yeah. And a couple of days at Basketball Raceway yelling at people on the side of the track.
Yeah, it does it to you, that's for sure.
Easing the throat muscles.
Yep. And our special guest tonight is the president of the Late Models Association here in Tasmania, Mr. Alan Cleary. Welcome, Alan.
Thanks, mate. Thanks for having me on board. We've got 2 hours tonight, so hopefully we don't get too messed up.
Yeah, we got.
Hours? I thought it was 3.5.
Yeah, it's a bit like that. So we'll try and keep it on track. And
Jamie, you said we have 15 minutes intro, Alan for 3.5 hours, and then 15 minutes outro.
5 hour show, mate. We can do that for 5 hours. I reckon people would love us.
I think people will be falling asleep after listening to me for 3. We'll see how we go.
I've got a few cans sitting beside me, mate, so I can go for as long as you want.
Yeah, no, I've got a sneaky one sitting here, so we'll see how we go.
That's the way.
So I've been a good lad. I'm a lemonade.
Oh, that's unusual for you, mate. Jeez. Well, what's the background you've got there, Rocky? That looks like Calder Park.
It is Calder Park.
Yeah,
the very first night race that I raced at.
Yeah,
that's the crowd that we raced in front of.
God, that's a big crowd. That'd be what, 100,000 people?
Not quite. Yeah.
Not quite. Yeah, that's a decent crowd. Geez, gone are the days of that sort of stuff, hasn't it? You know, like we don't see them sort of crowds no more at any motorsport events, which is a shame. But yeah, no, that's an awesome photo you got there. That's cool as. Right, let's get into it.
The late great John Winkler.
All right.
He's a cracking photographer.
Yep. Awesome.
He was the angry man of his day back at the Dome.
The angry man of his day. Yeah, well, they're big shoes to fill.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's get into it then. Carrick Speedway on the weekend, Rocky. We had it seemed like a long show, but it wasn't a bad show after all. Like there wasn't a lot on. Like there was just the normal sort of events that we had. There was no big. What I mean, there was no big like shows like we've just had the Mad Month, and it just seems to be one big show after one big show after one big show. But we sort of went back to a normal meeting this weekend or last weekend, and we had some good results, mate.
It was a great night of racing. There's no doubt about it. And I didn't realise, but Formula 500 juniors were actually racing.
Yeah.
They've been doing demo runs, and we've been told that they won't actually race until they got 8. Well, they let them have a race with the numbers they had. It was good. Wish somebody had told the commentators earlier. That would have been handy. And this is the thing that Stride and I often bang on about. Divisions know stuff within themselves.
Yep.
And they kind of forget that, hey, we're not mind readers.
No, that's it.
We're not necessarily in their group chat, so someone should let the commentators know. But Bree Richards from Phoebe Roberts and Levi Kane, great. And I'm just loving watching these juniors in the open wheel category getting quicker and quicker and developing kart speed. And, both the girls, Bree and Phoebe, they were quick, and so was young Levi and Liam and Cooper. They're just all coming along really, really well. In the new stars, Callum Alexander from Maddox Wells and Mia Moore. Top stars, Jack Pearce and young Jack, I hope, will stay in the sport, go on to bigger and better things. Brock Colgrave, Hunter Simpson. The wingless was really good. Jeremy Smith held out the Aussie champ, Dyson Martin. Not to be sneezed at. From Cooper Wilson. In the streeties, Nate Garwood, Nigel Apted, Macca Atkinson rounded out the podium there. AMCA's Adrian Bassett back to his winning ways. I mean, how do you stop the guy?
No, you can't.
Nick Taylor, Anthony Wagg. He's a jet, isn't he? When he's up on the wheel, he's really hard to beat. The late models, what a cracking race that was. The late model lockdown brought to us by Tasmanian Mower and Chainsaw Centre. You find them Boland Street in Lonnie, and they will deliver statewide. A new staff member coming, which I'm keen to go and have a Genwag too. Brad Smith, that thing was just the way he throws it into turn one. Like fully committed, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No fear whatsoever.
Yeah. From Callum Harper, Cody Gay. And then, of course, the 6-shooter final, the Tassie Sixers state title. That was always going to be hard to topple Harley Croft.
Yeah.
And Crofty's won 3 straight Tassie Six titles. That's not to be sneezed at.
No.
But that's on the back of 3 Bomber titles from memory.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, that is an impressive resume.
Yeah.
Paul Howard in second. He had nothing for Harley. He drove a ripper race and did an exceptional job. Great to see him back in the 6. And the standout driver of the night, of course, Izzy Lockwood. Very much a sentimental.
Yep.
To see her up there on the podium was just phenomenal. Not a dry eye in the house. She did it for Will. And she did something that Will had never done. She finished 3rd in the state title.
Yep. No, it was a very impressive show with the Tassie Sixers. They put on a great show. And Paul Howard, you know, he's been racing super sedans for the last month, or on and off for the last month, and to jump back in the Tassie Six and get home second, that's nothing to be snoozed at either, you know. So congratulations.
In a mate's car, in a borrowed car.
No, there was a couple of...
Good to get a good result, like from, obviously he's had some dramas, like the last race in the Super with the engine drama and stuff like that. So, I've spoken to him a couple of times on the infield, like with the microphone and that, and he's a little bit dejected. It was good to see a smile back on his face.
Yeah, it certainly was. Yeah, it was a good
He's a ripper fella.
Yeah.
He's a great bloke.
And once again, hats off to Carrick Speedway. Geez, they prep a good track. Like, there's no doubt about it. It was when I first looked at it, I thought, it's going to be a little bit wet, you know. But no, it come up really good, and it was a fast track all night. You know, the wingless were great racing. AMCAs, you know, all them front boys, Wags and Adrian Bassett and Nick Taylor, they put on a hell of a show on the AMCAs. And like I said, the late models, what can you say? Brad Smith, geez, he's got big brass balls, hasn't he? Like, there's no doubt about it. He's not scared to throw her in.
And it just makes it look so good too, like when he's fully committed and it's hammered down like that. Like I say, a little bit rough to start of the night, but once they prepped it there just before the features, it sort of smoothed it out really nice. And the finals would disappoint.
And poor Cody Gay, like, I feel sorry for Cody. How many times has he finished 3rd this year behind the 2 front runners? Like, surely he's got to get a win here sooner or later. Like, he's just that close to being up there with them. But it'll be good.
He had a bit of a struggle at the start of the year, but he's really turned it around. And I know Codes quite well, and he puts a lot of effort into his racing, and it's obviously showing through now the effort they're putting in. And to finish behind Brad Smith and Callum Harper, two of the best sedan drivers in the country. It's not bad. You can hang your hat on that still, but I know he'll want to win. So look out, sort of Hobart. So
I know him pretty good too, and he wants to win. He don't want to finish 3rd. He wants to win the races. So hopefully he gets one here soon, because I reckon he'll be near standing and dancing on the roof if he does. So good luck. Well done to all the competitors on the weekend. Great racing, great wins, and
and also just, like we look back at the Jack Pearce one, like that was a big crash too in that heat that damaged a lot of that right front where it sort of went in the wall. So that was a massive effort from them guys to get back out and obviously keep his unbeaten record in the finals alive. So it was a massive effort.
Heavy lift, wasn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
There was a couple of big ones on the weekend. You had a wingless driver that went up onto the fence, and he had a bit of a bingle with the Australia one, and Kaylee Smith, she had a big hit on the front straight at Carrick as well. The car, damage to the car, I've seen the damage to the car, it's not real good. That's in getting fixed at the moment, and Jack Pearce's as well. So, some big licks, but good to see these drivers getting straight back into the wheel and getting back out on the track. It's great.
The juniors all seemed to all go in that sort of front straight there near the control tower, which was strange. It all sort of bottled up there with them on a few occasions.
But anyway, it's get them all fixed and get back out on the track there. Alan Cleary. I knew got caught there, didn't I? Late model racing in Tasmania, mate. She's going good at the moment.
It's getting there. We can, obviously I'm never happy. I sort of want to keep pushing it. It's a great division. Everyone helps each other out. I love the attitude of the cars, the noise. It's something that, again, it's sort of that, people love sprint cars, because of the speed and just the attitude they have, and that's how I feel like with the late models, especially once they start getting close and you get that side-by-side racing. yeah, I think it's phenomenal. So we're still pushing for a few more. There's obviously a lot of cars that are sitting in sheds, so yeah, we're just trying to get them out and build the numbers up and stuff like that. It's obviously a little bit harder at the moment. Obviously, money's tight with a lot of things, like obviously cost of living now, going through the roof. So we're trying our best, and we're trying to put on the best shows we possibly can to please the fans and obviously everyone there.
Must be happy with the way the Triple Crown series is progressing, mate.
Yes, like obviously again, had a lot more people keen. Like we had a few drop out, which was a little bit disappointing, but again, it was just issues that people couldn't help. Motors weren't finished. Obviously with Sydney sort of not running, then all of a sudden they were running again. People have to support their own backyard as well, because in the end, if they don't have their own speedway, what's the point of having a car? So I can understand there's different things there that obviously affected a few people. So, but again, it was the first time ever. It's still only the second time that mainland cars have come down. Obviously, the first time was at Carrick for that title, and people got a little taste of what good late model racing was like, and people sort of said to me, when are we getting that back? We sort of want a few more cars because that's what we want to see. So don't get me wrong, we're pushing really hard. So it's something we can build on, and hopefully next year, make it bigger and better. And we want it to sort of roll into something, like the Grand Prix and things like that are, where it's a name race where we can get people down each year for.
Yeah, no, it's actually working really well. I like it. Ben Nacasky came down this year, and Jason Oldfield, that's correct, isn't it?
Yes.
Like to come all the way over from WA to race in Tasmania, that says a lot for our series, doesn't it?
Yeah, and those guys go back, and like for example, like they've got some of the best gear in the country, and they come over here, and it wasn't easy pickings. Like they had to work for it, so they go back and say, well, there's some serious guys down there with some good gear. It's actually worth coming down here. Like the tracks were mint, the racing was great. It was it was something that you can really build on. So hopefully they go back and tell some more people, and when we get around to it for next year, there's a few more that jump on board and come down and try and give it a crack.
Yep, and I love the 3 tracks in 3 nights. I reckon that's an awesome format. I reckon we should have that more in other divisions as well. It's it's not just double header at one track. It's 3 nights, 3 different tracks. And that sorts the men out from the boys. That does.
Like I like the idea, and when we do the double meetings and everything like that, but it does take its toll in the end on a lot of people. And the single nights, but the 3 over each track, just you get in. We get it done. It's great racing, and in the end, the features where everyone wants to see the action. Anyway, we're there to win. It's the heats are only there to get us there and stuff like that. So it was good. There's a few little the cone drama, I suppose we called it at Hobart, that we had to sort through. So there's a couple of things, but we're not perfect. We don't make out to be, mate, and we're trying to put on the best racing we can, and we take on board, when we stuff up, and that was a stuff up. Yeah. So, that definitely won't be happening again, and we move forward, and we go again. So,
like, how do we fix that issue? Like, there was a few. I know what we're talking about, the racing on the infield. There's a few little issues about that, but there's no real way to fix that issue, is there? Unless we put guardrails on the inside of the track.
I think the only sort of physical way you can fix that is by putting a timing loop around the infield, and you make it mandatory to run your transponder on the left front.
Yep.
Like, it's a little bit hard with the streeties because obviously they run both ways. So, but for everyone else, if you had that, timing loop or something there, pretty much like the V8 supercars do, you cross it and it triggers it, and if you have it far enough off the track that you've done it deliberately, it's a pretty clear cut case. That's the only way we can sort of see it sort of happening. We've had a few discussions about stuff like that. But by all means, if people have got great ideas and it sort of doesn't cost the earth, then But it's the same thing when we involve singular people to make decisions, they're always going to cop the brunt of it. So unfortunately, that's the nature of the game. And like, hats off to them for doing the jobs. It's never easy. It's the same as the umpires in footy, mate, and they miss a tackle, and we're screaming at them on the TV. But they're all human. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's because they're idiots, a lot of those umpires on TV.
Yeah.
Every time they give a free kick to a Collingwood player, you know they're an idiot.
Yeah.
Oh, that's shots fired. Shots fired,
No,
he says.
That's just facts, mate.
Yeah.
Those are just facts.
They're paid for, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
dear.
yeah, it's a job that a lot of people like to criticise. It's especially like say umpires, chief stewards, the officials and stuff like that. But yeah, it is hard. It's they're never going to always make the right call, unfortunately, and
And people need to realise that these chief stewards and officials, they're voluntary. They're not volunteering their time.
Yep.
They're not actually on a wage,
No.
So and no one's perfect. Everyone gets a call wrong every now and then, and it's same as football umpires, as you just said, Alan. And people need to stop and realise that these people are volunteers. That they're not getting a wage to do this. They're actually giving up their own time to go out there and help us with our motorsport to keep it rolling. So, hats off to all the officials and chief stewards out there that do the job, because without those people, we can't go motor racing. And
no, it's basically it's all the volunteers at the speedway. Like it's the pit marshals, people on the gate. We all sort of sit there sometimes and go, yada yada. But it's without them, we're going to be sitting there and no one's going to open and close a gate. We're not going racing. It's sort of it's a selfless thing, and maybe like some more people maybe need to sort of try, I suppose, and sort of get that different perspective, I guess. And
awesome. And Al, what's going on with Ash? Why isn't he racing, mate?
Mate, I'm as unhappy as everyone else out there. I tell you what, if people stir me up and reckon I don't get into him, but I am into him more than anyone else. So he'll be watching. Like we've got some fresh panels in the background here that we've made up, and I'm trying to get him out at Hobart, but I'll tell you what, it's a hard task. Yep. But we'll see. I don't think it's over, but I think we're just going down a different direction on what we want to do. Whether that means sort of move our car on to a younger person that's sort of keen to get into the sport, and then we look at sort of helping the division by maybe getting some cars, and obviously Ash is a good wheeler. We can get them running nice, sort of get them out there and help people get into the division, because that's probably the hardest thing, like looking into it. If you come in and you get a car and you're sort of not familiar in that division, it's a lot of hard work. Like you've got a lot of people telling you what to do, but then when it doesn't work, they sort of just palm you off. So it's you need those people around you, and obviously we've done that with John Moles. Like we sold him the Masters built that Ash had, and obviously we backed it up with giving him a hand and helping him with his sort of stuff, and the proofs in the pudding. Like Johnny gets around there pretty well. So
yeah, he does.
And that's what we need. You just need that backup. You need less of people just trying to sell something for a bit of money to move something on to actually help the sport grow, I think. And that's what, I think that's what we'll sort of move into. Just not so much we don't need to make money out of it. We just want to do it, because we want to see the division succeed. And the better cars we've got out there and the better racing we put on, mate, it benefits everyone.
Yep. And the best thing is with late models too, you've got the crate motor and the open motor, and they're very competitive with each other, aren't they? They're not widespread apart.
No, like unless you're going to be running at the motorplex, hammer down with a big open motor, maybe, but it's been proven over there again, the 525 like can do just as well, and down here, mate, like look at Brad, like he ran that 525, plenty of times, and smoked plenty of guys with big wide bore open motors. So it's been proven, so it's good, and I like the fact that the late models haven't gone, well, we'll give this weight advantage, or we'll trim back horsepower on the open guys to help these guys. We've just gone, let's have at it. You can have whatever motor you want. And, may the best man or woman win at the end of the day. Yeah.
No, it's great to see the crate motors out there mixing with it. Josh Padman runs crate motor. He's up on the pace all the time. I can't think of anyone else.
Look at Millie. Like Millwood's got the Tasmanian car, mate, crate motor again. You look back through, and I think it's fairly even, like with with how it sort of stands with crate motors and stuff, like on title wins. So
it's definitely good. When's the state title? Can't be far away.
You've got me on that. I think it's towards the end of March because we had to squeeze it in at Latrobe. So I think it's the second last meeting at Latrobe. We're still just finalising a few little things with that at the moment. So, yeah, we're hoping to, maybe get another sponsor on board, something like that, just to help, put a little bit of money into it so the guys have got something there to run for and see if we can't put on a bit of a show. I like to, as you know, I like to get the face painters and stuff like that there because we're trying to make it the best show we can to give back to the fans. So we always try and do something a little bit different. We had the digger last year at Hobart from Tas Plant Hire, and we, had the sand pit with some little toy diggers and stuff like that where the kids could dig up some little matchbox cars and things like that. And people loved it. We had the face painter there, and that's sort of what we're trying to build. We're trying to build our brand, which is, late models, which family, fun and fast. And pretty much that's what we want to do. You want to try and maximise the people on the outside, and the more people we can get there, well, that's the more we can put it back into it. So.
Yep. And
Perfect.
Also Sanders traded in his reindeers for a late model too. Once a year he does.
Yes, that was a massive hit doing the sleigh. So I think what is it? We've done it. This is the third year this year, and obviously Toy World jumps on board, and the club actually buys $1,000 worth of toys. So each toy that's handed out in those Toy World bags is all from the drivers and the club. So again, it's great because you get the kids and the families coming up to you saying thank you very much. Like the kids absolutely love it, and in the end, that's how I remember Speedway. I remember being a kid going there, and we used to have the banner competitions and the bike races and all this stuff, and it used to be so fun. So that's what we're trying to bring back. It's the kids that are going to be the next racers, and if we don't sort of keep that and keep them involved, then obviously the old guys will just keep getting older, and we won't have anyone else to sort of fill the shoes. So we're trying to do things a bit different, and obviously that's what's shown over the last sort of 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, well,
that's exactly what it's all about. Get the kids involved. I went along with a 10-year-old, and I'm still going along.
Geez, that wasn't.
Yeah, and that's it, mate. I remember, we had our corner there at Hobart coming out of turn 2. That was the Cleary corner. Like Marty and Leon, and as kids. Yeah, we used to just run amok. We'd be down at the side gate there, at the old pit gate, because obviously that's where we used to pit, and until we were the age we were allowed in, and it just those memories stick with you, and that's sort of what we're trying to recreate now with the kids.
Geez, you're showing your age now, boys.
Yes. Yeah.
I can remember standing on the top corner of Penguin Speedway, so I'm not that young either. So.
How good was that place?
Oh, Penguin Speedway was bomb. Honestly, I wish it was still around because, geez, it'd be awesome to see some late models and, super sedans on there. It'd be awesome. On
the asphalt up and down the hill.
Yeah, absolutely awesome track it was. It's a bit of a shame it didn't last very long. I think there should be a clause in Tasmania, if not Australia. If you build a house around a speedway, well, then you should not be allowed to put complaints in. I really do, because there's too many tracks that we've lost over the years because of people building houses around them and then putting in complaints, and then we lose venues. Penguin was one of them. I know Carrick's gone through a few issues with complaints as well. But if you build a house there after the track's been there for so long, what do you expect? No offence to anyone that builds a house near a speedway, but come on, give these boys a bit of a break, because
it's like building a house near a sewage plant and complaining because it smells like crap out your back door. Well, mate, you built the house there, you knew it was there. Let's be real. It's it's something that's there, and again, maybe we need to introduce betting into the speedway, and we might get a better look in, because it seems like horse tracks and dog tracks and things like that. They seem to be built around a lot of residential places, and we never see them getting closed down.
No, we definitely don't. No, we definitely don't.
It's funny, in America, in several states now, they have a law that basically says that if the track was there first, you have no right of complaint.
Yep. And that should be, I reckon that should be Australia-wide as well. We got some awesome tracks in Australia that are going through issues because there's houses built next to them. And there's new tracks being built in housing areas. How are they going to survive? it makes it hard for all track promoters and that to actually make a good venue when you've got complaints coming in. You know, I know curfews are a good thing. I think they're great. I'm one of these people that agrees that probably the racing should be finished between 10:30, 11 o'clock because of the young kids nowadays. They need to be home in bed, you know. And I think that's a great thing. And the times have shortened up over the years. You know, I remember when I was a kid, you'd still be racing at Latrobe Speedway at midnight. You know, but the days of that are gone. You can't do that anymore. Now we're just down in the pits drinking after midnight.
That's it. It used to cut into the drinking time. I tell you, the Latrobe trip back in the day, I used to. It was never before daylight. Put it that way. Back on the old bus by the time we got back. So, it is a lot better. And you sort of when you were younger, you didn't mind so much. But I tell you what, now when you get a bit older, you're. The next day, you're a little bit ginger, I'll tell you that. We don't mind the earlier finish. I don't like the real early finishes when we get the washouts because they seem to be worse than a late night because somehow we get back to the fridge quicker and then that just turns into bad times. So, on the night, especially, in the early of the season, you don't mind sort of running to that 11 o'clock, but as it starts cooling off again, now we start to move into February and March. Start a little bit earlier. Obviously, the light's starting to go away a little bit earlier. So, get the show on the road and let's get out of there a little bit earlier so we're not standing around in the bloody
freezing. And that's one of the things that I notice in the commentary box, particularly at Latrobe. A lot of families about 9:30 start packing up and leaving, and they're missing the good races. And then they sort of, do I go back with the kids? And that way I don't get to see the finals, but the kids want to go. Because those late model guys gave them free toys. So it's kind of, it's hard,
Do you think there's a place in Tasmania for day meetings?
I don't.
Righto. Why is that,
just because of the fact that sometimes, a full day meeting, under the sun, bit of wind, it's hard to keep a truck under it.
It is hard.
That's why we went to, Carrick Speedway under lights. I think it was 1968 or 69. It was phenomenal. No, just those, 80-watt little globes that used to hang from the street lights. The little reflectors, and they had about 50 of them around, and we all thought it was wonderful.
The reason I say that is because Carrick's meeting got washed out here not long ago, and we had 2 meetings in one day, and I think that they done an outstanding job to do those 2 meetings on that track in one day, and I thought, well, why can't we do more of this? But I understand, it does get hot, the wind during the daylight hours.
I'm probably not a fan of, like you say, complete day meetings, but maybe starting that little bit earlier. Moving forward just that little bit, especially, again, it's harder at the start when obviously we've got that real hot weather, but now we're just sort of going to move in a little bit, like in February now, where, we probably won't get those sort of high 20s, early 30s sort of days. We probably can, start that a little bit earlier. And if you do and you need more time for track prep before the features or, whatever, you've got that little bit of time up your sleeve anyway to do a little bit and sort of bring it back. So, like you say, maybe, and it got, now I've sort of done that little bit more infield commentary stuff. I have noticed, as you were saying, Rocky, with the people leaving, I never sort of noticed that as much, obviously, when you're working on cars and stuff, but I have noticed now, being on there, I'm like, man, the finals haven't even started and a lot of people are clearing out. So they're missing out on what we sort of think is the best part of the night, the features. So,
And you've been working with us the last few weeks, Alan,
I've been led astray and
led astray
I've come onto the dark side there.
You've gone to the dark side from Alan Cleary, of course. Yes, you've gone to the dark side and done some super sedan infield commentary for us. So how'd you think? What'd you think of it, mate? And did you enjoy it?
I loved it. I thought it was great. It's I like talking. Everyone knows that. It's everyone that knows me, I can have a chat with anyone. So it's been good. I like asking questions, and it's been good to sort of have people send me messages and that and say, what about this, or ask what tyres are they running or what engine it is and stuff, sort of, and giving some of my knowledge back again, like about the track and stuff like that with what's sort of happening and stuff like that. So that was the other thing. Like obviously spending a lot more time in the infield, you notice the dew where you don't notice that as much when you're in the pit. So the track does come back a lot more in, like especially Carrick. But yeah, also been talking, with the infield guys and with the track prep guys, and sort of offering my 2 cents as well. I suppose they probably haven't listened to much of it, but hey, I'm there. I'm willing to offer it. So but it's been good. I've enjoyed it. So hopefully we can look to do a little bit more next year and sort of
sure.
and ramp it up.
No, I've enjoyed having you out there working with us with Clay View. It's been awesome. And like I said here the other night, thanks very much for doing that. It was awesome. Yeah, different insight. I know all the late model people out there have thought you're a traitor because you've gone to the dark side, but we need to clear this up to you. You are still a late model lover, aren't you, mate?
Oh yes, 100%. But like we're sort of talking before off air, we are under, there's no misconceptions of there's late models and there's nothing else. Like the Speedway survives on multiple divisions turning up with good car numbers. Otherwise, there's not a Speedway to run on. So I'm not there to say that, I don't like supers, mate. Like I grew up around them. That's what we spent most of our time working on. I'll be the first one to say to anyone, if I watch a good race, like that was a good race. And I did, that last race we put on with the super title, they got the track right, and it was a great race. And that's what I said to people. But I'm still going to support late models 100% and do the best we can. And that's all I've said all along. I'm not there to bag at anyone else or talk rubbish about anything. I've been around the sport long enough. I've worked on bombers, streeties, 500s, supers, late models, sprint cars. Like there's not much I sort of haven't gone and helped someone on. So I can't really say that. I don't like any divisions.
They're all good, and you got to call it as you see it. I cop flack from every division at times when I go, that was a really good race, and then a couple of weeks later, if it wasn't, I'll say it wasn't, and they go, oh, you're bagging our division. Hang on, a couple of weeks ago I said how good it was. This week it wasn't good. You got to use that to help improve, because if I'm seeing that, so are all the fans in the stands.
Yes. And it's the same thing. It's pretty much, it's like the new age thing with the kids in it. If you don't tell them off and they're always right, well, it's not going to go real good when you get in pub, like in the real world, is it? So if we put on a crap show or we do something wrong, by all means, like I'm willing to accept it, and that's the only way you get better is by being challenged.
Every division goes through it.
So we're just trying to do the best we can with late models, and obviously like I explained before, I just love the noise, the attitude of the cars. It's what I think it's very authentic Speedway. It's and it's
what I really like about the late models, and we haven't really had anyone from Tassie sort of progress down that path and then head over to the States and run late models over there for it.
No, not yet.
Callum had a trip over there. It was a bit before, but there's some big money to be made over in the United States,
So Brad's dabbled in a couple of the races. But it's as Brad explained, it's a different it's a different world over there again. But it's been proven, Blight and that's gone over and done really good things. Chalmers went over and ran really well. It's it's grown massively, and the driver sort of standard here has got so much better. But again, when they do that much racing over there, you're bound to get good. You've got to do 15 seasons here to sort of get the same amount of racing as what they do in one season over there. So the guys they are tuned, and everywhere they go, they're fast on the money straight out the box. So and that's what we like.
And that's why Callum Harper's so good, because he's racing 100 shows a year. Between
he races
here
a lot
and the
more
mainland, he's getting that much seat time. That's why he's so good at what he does. And I've spoke to Callum, and I'm going to say this, but he'd actually rather the late model than the super sedan. That's a big statement.
Pure race car.
He loves the late model. He reckons it's a brilliant thing to drive. He said it's more challenging to drive than what the super sedan is. And that coming from one of our best in Australia, that's a big statement for late model racing in Australia, and it is getting bigger and bigger in Australia. And the reason I love them is because they remind me so much of the old Grand Nationals. That's what they were originally, Grand Nationals. Then they went to super sedans, and Now we've got late models back, but they remind me so much of the Grand Nationals. Like they're an excellent division to watch. There's no doubt about that.
And that's the thing, and that's the like hats off to the promoters and the track crews. They're getting better and better at putting on these better tracks and trying to let the track widen up, because once we get to the point where we can bash that right rear around the wall, man, you are going to see some awesome racing like they do in the States. So once we get that point where we can widen the track right up, and again, a few more cars, just a few little things we can do with the tracks and that's not just with us, that'll make all divisions better with the way we could sort of do different things. And again, when we look back at that, there's plenty of people out there that sort of want to help do stuff. It's which is good to see. So hopefully, we can sort of keep working on that sort of stuff and putting, again, it's better racing all around, which, the more crowds we get there, the more money there is in Speedway, which turns around and the drivers get more.
Self-propagating, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
We need more.
If the crowds are dwindling, the divisions can't ask for more money. It's just simple economics.
No, well, they went through it with cricket. The cricket got boring there for a little bit, and they went, hey, let's do a 2020. All of a sudden, now that's the biggest thing in cricket, and it draws crowds. Everyone wants to go down and watch a 2020 game. But it's just revamping what you've got.
5 days wondering if it's going to be a draw.
And it's good we've got both divisions still, because when late models were introduced into Australia and Tasmania especially, everyone thought super sedans were going to be a thing of the past. We're not going to see them anymore. Late models will take over. But they're actually working well together, aren't they? They're not sort of trying to, take each other out. They're working well together, and everyone loves their late models. Everyone loves their super sedans, and that's great to see. Two totally different things. It has changed a little bit in the fact that, like, obviously the supers used to all have the big wheels and that. Now you're looking at a lot of the guys have gone like to a full-length rear end, very much same as like 4-bar with the late model, and like a lot of them are going to the small tyres, the same as the late models now, because the guys in America put all the technology into it. They're doing all the research and all that sort of stuff. So naturally, the super guys will adapt to that, because that's where the future is in the tyres and stuff like that. So the characteristics are still like they're getting closer, but still a mile apart. No, that's awesome to see them going so well, coinciding with each other, as they say. But it's going to be awesome as. So what's your next? When do we see the late models again? Oh, this weekend. They are on this weekend. Cool. So we might talk about this weekend. Where are we off to, Rocky?
We're off to the beautiful Valley of Love. Port Hobart Raceway in the Derwent Valley. I just love it down there. It's just beautiful.
On Valentine's Day too.
I can think of no more romantic place than to take your better half to the Speedway.
I might be going to pick up for missing the wedding anniversary.
Yeah, I got in trouble for that on Saturday night. Oh, your missus was into me. Oh, he missed our wedding anniversary because he was doing Cloverview. I went, right.
So I might bring along a box of chockies and the missus, and we'll
take it to the Speedway.
Exactly, mate. Like I'll let her know. Dress up. I'm taking you somewhere special. And we'll head up there and make a night of it.
Yeah,
well, it's either that, or you take her out to, a place for an expensive meal. I think we used to call it a Mars bar and a Coke along with your fuel. That's pretty expensive now, so may as well go to the Speedway.
Yeah, exactly right. So hopefully it's the weather's turned a little bit down here. I'm just sitting in the shed now, and we've got a bit of rain about. We're going to have a bit of snow tomorrow, apparently, down low. Hopefully the weather holds off and we get some racing on Saturday night.
Yeah, we're supposed to clear on Friday.
Yeah,
we've got
a rain forecast.
We've got the
last time we had plenty of rain. We had a hammer down track, and it was one hell of a show. So fingers crossed, if the water's getting into it and it's anything like last time down there, it's going to be a rip, especially with the sprint cars on as well.
Yeah. Well, when the boss waters the track, he does it well. As the saying goes.
Yeah.
So we've got the Gulf Western and Independent Oils. This is weird, Bernard Auto Clean Speedway. But anyway, we've got the Gulf Western and Independent Oils title night. 3 titles in the one night. Like, this is going to be crazy. So what have we got, Rory?
You got the Formula 500s, and that'll be spectacular. You got the wingless sprints, which includes Australia 1, Tyson Martin.
Yep.
Now, he's trying to do every state and I think that's wonderful. Representing A1 in wingless, is travelling to every state to race their title, if possible, or another major blue ribbon event.
Yeah, I think that's phenomenal as well. That's a great, and that's what, when you get that A1, like, it's such a hard thing to get. Like you say, that's a massive thing to go around and test yourself against the best in each state.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
And then, of course, the big title that everybody wants, the Bomber state title. And I reckon we should have a Slingin Dirt Down Under Bomber.
Yeah,
What do you reckon, Jamie?
We might Slingin Dirt Down Under Bomber. Who's driving this bomber?
I'll drive the bad boy, you're in the hot seat.
I'm in the hot seat, right? If anyone will lend us a bomber for the night, Rocky will drive it and I will get in the passenger seat and we will film that and we will put it up on the show. So
You know what would be better? Live streamed.
Live streams, yeah, right.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, there's
Well,
no.
you know the rules.
Yes, I think it's okay if it's in car, isn't it?
And it's all right if I do it if it's Clover View.
Yes.
Yes,
yes.
But the big news about this one is sprint cars are back.
Yes.
Super excited about that. The fabulous Kings of Wings, the Thunder and Lightning Brigade.
Yep.
Look, we love all our divisions of Speedway, but sprint cars are the ultimate.
Yep.
They're the quickest things on clay. There's no doubt about that. And it's so good the tracks have worked with sprint cars, because there's a rumour going around that the tracks didn't want sprint cars. Nothing further from the truth. The tracks love sprint cars because they draw a crowd.
They do draw a crowd,
But they don't draw a crowd if there's only 3 or 4 of them.
Mm-hmm.
No.
You need to have that 8, 9, 10, 12 car fields put on a show.
And that's not just for sprint cars, either. That's for any division.
No.
If they have not got the numbers, they don't go out there and race. It's not just sprint cars.
Yeah.
You know, I know Tassie Sixers have had a couple of shows cancelled this year because of lack of numbers. There's been other divisions that have been cancelled because of lack of numbers. And that's not lack of numbers because, no one wants to race. It's lack of numbers because people are doing other stuff that weekend, or they've got other things on, or they're at work, or, you know, so sprint cars.
And again, I think it comes back to that cost of living thing again. And I think this is where I believe, like from talking to a few people, obviously a lot of the sprint cars have gone the same route with the 525. So you'll see a few of the ones on the weekend, we'll be running the crate engine. Yep. And again, it's been proven in late models, they're not lacking any speed. So it'll be very interesting to watch when they're up against like a couple of the other guys that have got fresh, like big open motors, like 410s. So, it'll be good to see.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
And also, Tassie Sixers on, as well as the AMCA Nationals.
And the big bad boys of late models as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big show. Like, that's going to be a good night's racing. You know, you've got 2 of the top V8 classes in Australia. It's late sprint cars, late models. You got the AMCAs, which have been excellent racing all season. Like, honestly, I honestly think AMCAs has been one of the best divisions for racing all year. It's been really close. Even though Adrian Bassett nearly wins everything, they're getting close to him. And they've beat him a couple of times this year. Formula 500s, we got big numbers for them this weekend, which is absolutely crazy, and wingless as well. Some of the best divisions in Tasmania are down there this weekend. Like, it's going to be absolutely awesome.
Wingless is one of the ones that I've been really impressed with the last few runs they've had. They've put on some really good racing. Just from again being on the infield and actually getting to see it, and I was like, these guys are actually putting on some a good show. So.
And a very professionally run club.
Yeah.
Yes.
The way they market themselves, the way they present themselves, those teardrop banners at the back of each car for the pit walks. They're just brilliant.
Yeah.
And for everyone at home, there's no Clover View this weekend, so don't be disappointed when there's no Clover View on, because we are not scheduled for this weekend, and actually we're not scheduled for the next 3 weekends. We will not be back in Tasmania until the long weekend in March. The double header at Carrick is the next Clover View event.
So get off the couch, get to the Speedway.
Yeah, get to the Speedway, get your bums trackside, and help promote our sport and help pay for our sport. You know, because without people sitting their bums on seats, we can't go racing. You know, so like I said, support your local. That's I keep saying that every week, and I will continue to support your local racetrack because we need all the fans on the bank. I will be there though. I'll be doing some of my own stuff. I've got a Formula 500 night booked, so that's going to be interesting. I've got 4 GoPros on 4 different 500s plus a team division one as well, so that's going to be interesting for me. I've got some new cameras I'm going to bring out this weekend, so hopefully I can use them. That's always interesting. But yeah, I'll be out on the infield doing some filming. Yeah, but no, it's going to be a great show. Gates open at 2 o'clock, I think. Is that right, Rocky? 2?
Yeah.
Racing at 6, is that right?
Yep.
Yep.
Pit
So
walk 4:45 to 5:15.
pit walk's always popular. Get in there and buy some
Oh,
merch
isn't
off these drivers, because merch goes a long way for these drivers and pays a lot of things for them. So
Yeah, a lot of guys have got, in all division posters. They've got lollies on the back of the car, and that, it's a great thing, and it's great for the fans to be able to get up close to a lot of these cars, and and get to have a chat to the people. And a lot of people will, if you go up and ask, they'll let you jump in the car and have a photo and stuff like that. And the smiles on these kids' faces is just phenomenal when they get to sit in them and get a photo. So it's well worth it.
Future of our sport, mate.
Exactly. Yeah, it's all about promotion, and like you say, you definitely can't go and jump in someone's V8 supercar at Simmons and get a photo. And what some of these guys are spending on their race cars and stuff like that is rivaling those guys. Yeah. So it's a massive opportunity to get up close and see what some of these guys do.
But the big difference is Speedway, we have good prize money.
Yes.
You win Bathurst, how much prize money do you get?
Not much.
Zero.
Yeah. You get a nice trophy, but that's about all.
Yeah.
And how's Leon travelling, Alan? Is he after his big crash at Carrick?
I believe he's all right. I haven't spoke to him a lot, but him and Tyler have been very busy repairing the car, and I heard it's coming along nicely. So we've done some panels in the shed here and got some new ones for him made up. So it's sort of coming back together. I think it's a bit like the John Farnham one. It's just one more time, and we'll have another go. But it's again, it's a weird thing, Speedway. It's hard to let go, and you just got to keep chasing that last win, and I think he's got a few more in him yet, and hopefully he sort of.
I have no doubt he's got a few more in him yet.
Yeah. So
he's got no doubt either.
Yeah. He'll soon tell you. I don't know if the body does, but he's it'd be good to see him back out and
If you're still competitive though, why wouldn't you? Like you look
exactly, mate. And
David Nichols. Dave Nichols is the same. Leon Cleary. All that. Steve Jordan. Who was
Nick
Nicola Senior. If they're all still competitive, why wouldn't you still be out there racing when you enjoy doing it? You love the sport. Like hats off to all of them. It's a credit to them. Like. They're older than me. They're out there racing, so they're doing a better job than what I am.
I think there's been a few close arguments between Tyler and Leon in the shed that I've heard, but they've managed to get through it, and they're still both living together. So
excellent.
Yeah, that's the best news that we can sort of have. But I think he's keen to get back out and put on a show. So we'll I'll have a chat with him before the weekend and see how things are travelling.
How many late models this weekend, Cleary?
I think we've got 8 nominated. We're hopefully there's a couple more that might make it out. We're sort of Mr. Green's a little bit sore from his expedition in the wall in the street stock, and so he's at 50-50. And we might have another one from up north. So we're just sort of we'll see how we go. We never like to over nominate and under deliver type thing. So we definitely got our 8, but we're sort of hopeful we might have a couple more. So
cool.
Again, it'd be great to sort of get these other few cars out that we've got sort of sitting in sheds, and
and
if we sort of get around that 14 to 15 consistently, that's sort of where I'll be sort of happy at. It's a nice number, and it's you can put on a good show with that. So we'll keep working. Obviously, we've got Ellis, Brad, and Harper away. So it's time for someone to step up this weekend and get a win. So I don't think it's going to be easy pickings for anyone. It's like obviously probably out of all of them, Cody's the man to beat this weekend. It's he's got the runs on the board in that respect. But like Wade obviously had issues with his diff up at Carrick, so he'll be looking to bounce back from that. And then Padman, Millie, Milesy, Like it's
It's
anyone this weekend.
for field.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's
Yeah,
what it's about, you know.
Yeah, everyone's stepped up and you know, even Austin, like, he had a mega run here during the Triple Crown there before he had the motor issue. So, I don't want to pick it, and it'd be good to see. I'm looking forward to Saturday night to see who sort of gets the win, and I think they're going to celebrate pretty hard, whoever it is. So,
I'm going to pick the winner now.
Oh, we're backing him.
Cody Gay.
Yep, I'm backing Cody this weekend. I think he'll come out with a vengeance now that the Callum and Brad aren't there and go, nah, no one's taking this off me this weekend. I want it. And it's at his home track as well. So, you know, and he's hard racer down there at Hobart, that's for sure. So, Alan,
last time I was down there, he was mega fast. So, he was chasing them down towards the end there. So, it's going to be good. I'm looking forward to it.
He was quickest on track.
Yeah, for sure.
4 or 5 laps.
Yep. And if anyone wants to get involved in late model racing, Alan, who do they get a hold of and who do they talk to?
You can just message the late model page on Facebook, or like find me on Facebook there. You know, pretty much it's easy to get to. Flick me a message. I can run you through. I can point you in the right direction. You know, for people to talk to, or if you want help, or you know, looking at a car and you want someone to come along and sort of run you through what you need to do and what not to do, then you know, me and Ash, like, we're more than willing to help anyone sort of get into the sport. So, if you're sort of sitting on the bank and thinking about it, like, you know, should I? It's
you should.
It's great, great club, and
good people.
Bang for buck. Like, you're talking, you know, these guys are going out buying a $35,000 car that could win. Like, Gunny, you know, sold his recently. He brought that out. You know, won a race straight away. Looked like, obviously, great driver. But you don't have to have an $80,000 car to come out and be at the front. That's what is so great about it. You look at, you know, Callum's car. Obviously, you know, again, the wealth of knowledge he's got. But I think that's only a 2017, 2018 car. It's phenomenal with what you can still do in those sort of older cars, like just with the technology that's in them.
Yeah, awesome. Do yourself a favour, everyone. If you're thinking about it, don't think, do it. Like, get in one of these things, because these things are sick. I love them. I actually got in the 2-seater with Callum at Latrobe 2 seasons ago, and I said to Callum, don't go out there and pussyfoot around, mate. I want to go fast. And
I want to be Ricky Bobby.
Yeah, we went fast, and honestly, mate, after I got out of that thing, I went, wow, like, these things are insane. Like, and you know, that only had a baby motor in it, I think, compared to like the one he runs in his car, but that was still insane. And I remember Glenda Wooden getting out of the car as well, because she jumped in one and she had the biggest smile on her face. And I reckon anyone who drives
everyone that got in that day absolutely loved it, and we're still trying to get back this season. So obviously, I've had that many people message me about trying to get a spot, and we're still working on it. It's still in the pipeline. It's just obviously it's hard to sort of wrangle everything so it all aligns, but there's still plenty of people that want to have another go, and the people that missed out, it's a phenomenal thing, and everyone that did it said, I'd do that again in a heartbeat. It was so much fun. So we just need to put a big boy seat in one for me. I'll just take the body cut and cut some bars out of it.
It was a tight fit. I will admit that it was very tight when I got in there. So.
I wasn't trying it, mate. I wasn't making myself look that silly. Put it that way.
Nah, it was good. If that comes back, mate, I'm booked in. I'm in. That was crazy. I've been in a 2-seater sprint car, and I've been in one of them now. And the only thing I haven't done is drive one by myself, but I have done a sprint car by myself a couple of times. But late model will be cool. As I reckon it'll be sick.
We might have to see who's about on the practice day at the end of the year, mate. We might have to change that.
Oh, that'd be insane. That would absolutely be awesome, as. Cool as. So. It'd be nothing better than doing that. So that's about it for tonight, fellas. Before we go, Alan, is there anyone that you'd like you've got club sponsors, I presume, that you'd like to thank? And
that Alan.
That Alan.
Yep. No, like you say, probably the Triple Crown sponsor for this year, which was Wade Cleary with Taz Plant and Supervision Hire. Obviously, yeah, he chucked in $5,000, which is phenomenal. Yeah, he's 100% in back in the sport as well. He's seen, he's been involved in the background. Obviously, he's had the mod and stuff like that, but he's seen, what me and Ash sort of got done, like with our car, and yeah, he's sort of keen to replicate that. And he likes what we're doing. He likes the family sort of style, club that we're doing with the stuff, and he was 100% into it. And even with like his father, Marcus Cleary with Taz Plant, he's also like helped us out over the other couple of years. So we've had a lot of people like that. Obviously, we do our raffle with our naming rights sponsor. Because it's hard to obviously try and get large sums of money out of people nowadays. It's just the way it is. So we do that, and we try and give everyone a fair chance of getting it. And this year we've done a little bit different, where we had the tiered prizes at the end, so it wasn't just one person. We had the few there that sort of we could spread it out and sort of offer some more value for money. So Millie over the years with AME, he's been phenomenal as well. Again, he's our naming rights. He won the raffle for this year, so that was great for him. Brad with Devil Race Parts, he's always been there. Dale with Racer Industries has been phenomenal as well. He's jumped right on board. It's been good. Everywhere we've sort of gone, we've got a good reception from, and we've tried to give back as well as much as we can with what you can do. So it's all about trying to maximise back to people what we sort of do, and in the end, we know we're still asking for money, and it's a hard thing. You've got to try and do the best you can for them, and that's what we're trying to do. So we'll keep plugging along, and obviously like Sam's done a couple of things with us from Launceston Mower and Chainsaws, but someone like him's like phenomenal for the sport. He puts so much in, and I don't think like the people on the outside probably realise like what he does for the sport. It's those sort of people, and then the Dickinsons and that as well. That's they're another one that sort of gives so much to the sport. So it's really good, and the only way is up. We just keep pushing and sort of go from there.
Yep, that's it. Yep. You've impressed me with the way you do things in the division, Alan, that's for sure. So hats off to the class, and we hope it keeps building and getting bigger and bigger all the time. And like I said, if you're thinking about racing one and wanting to buy one, get out there and get one, because you will not be disappointed, I guarantee you.
And it's a great bunch of guys. It's everyone sort of they'll chip in and help everyone. It's like everything, all clubs have their sort of ups and downs, and by no means are we absolutely perfect. So, but if you're sort of thinking about it, it's give us a call or flick us a message, and we can sort of point you in the right direction on what to look for. If you're looking for a cheap car or you want to spend some serious money, there's all different options there for people. So
awesome. Stay with us, Alan. We'll finish the show. Both Allens, stay with us. We'll finish the show, and we will have a bit more of a yak. But that's about it tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining us again. And I must thank all our supporters at home. The views that we're getting on this show, I am quite impressed. Honestly, I didn't think this would take off as well as what it did. But to all those people at home that continue to watch our show week in and week out, thank you very much for your support. We really do appreciate it, and we hope that we keep bringing you new and different, guests on every week. I am hoping, I won't say I've definitely got them next week, I am hoping to have the current Australia 1 Sprint Car Champion, Jock Goodyear, on the show next week. We did talk last week. He said, because I was trying to get him on this week, but he said, I can't, I've got a race on tonight. Or last night, sorry, because this will be Thursday night when this is aired, but on Wednesday night he had to race, so he couldn't come on this week, but he is keen to come on the show and have a bit of a yak. So we are hoping to have him on next week. Fingers crossed he gets a bit of time. He's coming home.
What Jamie said, big thank you to both those people that tune in each week. It's been really good, both of you. Keeping us going and keeping us encouraged.
You wait till Collingwood supporters hear this podcast, mate. You'll be doing more than... There's going to be some furious butts and wires next week.
I had to apologise to Willie Nelson fans. I had to apologise to We're from the Deaf Society and all those. Man. I'll upset someone each week. Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. All right, fellas, thanks for being on the show, and thanks for joining us tonight, everyone, and we'll catch everyone next week. Have a good night, everyone. And make sure you get to the Speedway this weekend and support your local Hobart Auto Clean Speedway for the Gulf Western and Independent Oils title night. It's going to be a great night, so get your backside, trackside, and like I said, support your local, and see everyone next week.
We'll see you there.